driving across, what is it? Oh, I have it right here. I'm sorry. I put this down while I was trying to look at. I'm driving across the 54 in Texas. It's a two-lane road with some passing zones in it, but it's absolutely gorgeous. And here, I'll just. Oh, wow, I'm sorry. I didn't know it dropped like that. But check that out. Absolutely gorgeous out here. I ended up getting stuck in Kansas City, Kansas. It was on the Kansas side. And it was super expensive to fly back. And you could literally rent a car and drive back for the same price you could ride a Greyhound bus, which I'm not going to do. So I just rented a car. I'm just having a little adventure of my own. But that is what is going on. This is just my Arnold Palmer ride. Bought a fountain drink at one of the places back here. But yeah, and fuel prices outside of California, awesome. I mean, I've gotten fuel for as little as like $2.39 a gallon. And in fact, it was $2.39, and it was actually cheaper fuel, but I didn't like it. I wanted to get at least one up, so I went to the higher grade. So I'm just driving back to California in a rental car from Kansas, and it's I'm having a good day. It's a good day. Mom's birthday's coming up this weekend. I'm going to be home in time for that. I was ready for that. Hi. I can't read while I'm driving, but thank you for saying hi. And I'm just having a great. Can I show you? Let me show you this. Thanks for the thumbs up, by the way. This is where I'm in Texas, and this is what I'm. Beautiful country, and road has a 75-mile-an-hour speed limit. It's just a two-lane road out in the middle of nowhere. And so I'm making really, really good time. So really good time. And it's just, I'm having a blast. This road trip, I should have had my son with me. The only reason he wasn't even with me is we've been meaning to take him to the DMV to get his real ID. Hey, I'm back. That was weird. My dash cam on. I wonder if it's gonna. It might go. Here we go. Oh, look, it's starting to rain. It's on the windshield right now. But it stayed connected in this dip. I guess that other dip was a little lower. But what a drive. I hit rain in Kansas. I've never seen rain so heavy. It came, like they say, it rains like cats and dogs. No, I'm telling you, it was like somebody had 20 hoses going across from one side of a lane of traffic to the other. Had them turn all on full blast. They're not sharing the same spigot so that the water went slower. No, they were all full blast from their own spigot. But that was just 20 of them crossing the lane. But then it was the same thing deep for miles. And I'm driving through this, and the car was just getting just devastated. I couldn't. It was hard. It was really, really hard. And it ended up stalling out the car, and I couldn't take it back, which, I ended up having to have it towed in to a shop. I'm trying to show you the car. Sorry about that. Maybe they replaced. I am so sorry. The internet out here is spotty. I am so sorry. The internet out here is spotty. It is beautiful country, and I'm glad you're here with me, but it is just bad for internet. Maybe I should start this when I get into a city. But I go through cities pretty quickly. I mean, Albuquerque, because I'm going to be going through Albuquerque. I'm going to go right over the 40. I think I get on the 40 for a bit, and then I drop down from I don't even know what's here, but I end up dropping down to the 10, and I go across the 10 the rest of the way in. And I know these freeways. I used to drive limousines from Orange County, California. No, excuse me, Riverside, California, in the city of Corona. And I would drive them to New York, New Jersey, anywhere where there was a big limo service. Even made a few trips out to Miami. Even made some trips to Denver.
Welcome to New Mexico.
Oh, look at that. We just got into New Mexico. We're no longer in Texas. We're in New Mexico. Oh, which makes me wonder. Yes, the speed limit went down, so you have to pay attention to these things. You go through a state, they let you have this great speed limit, and then you go into another state, they drop you down, and you don't notice, and you end up getting a ticket that you can't afford to pay these tickets now. I don't even want to know what a 10 mile an hour over the speed limit would have cost me, but that would have been bad. But I noticed, and I took care of it before I got busted. Think about it, that would be a great place for a New Mexico highway patrol guy, whatever they call them here. Just hang out mile an hour, let's go down into a little town here called Nara. Up here for the truckers coming through town. Well, they did just enter the state. This is a lot of trucks go up and down this road. So old 1950s gas station. Look at that. Wow! I'll bet those pumps are worth freaking money. Look at this. It looks like Radiator Springs in the Cars movie. That must be the fire station. It says red lights on it. That is. Oh, there's an old motel. It's not even open anymore. Scales are closed. Martin Arvis, a truck terminal. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Look at how cool this is. There's the wait station. Said it was closed, so the trucks didn't have to stop in there. It still says 40, so I'm not going to go much faster. Oh, wow, that is like the coolest wait station. What do they call that? Adobe? That would be, how cool is that? Okay, now it's back up to 65. Let's go up to 65. Oh, wow. And it just opens back up to that beautiful 2-lane road. There we go. That was so cool. I know people are saying hi, and I'd like to say hi back to you, but I just can't read the chats while I'm driving. It would just be wrong. But that was wasn't that a cool town I went through? I got on my dash cam. Maybe I can take all the, clips from my dash cam road. It's literally been beside me since we were in Kansas. I went through Kansas on this. We went into Oklahoma. From Oklahoma, I went into Texas. And then from Texas, I went into New Mexico. So I can't wait to get home and pull out the map and look, where am I? Where was I? This was a cool trip. I'll make a video of it, maybe do some animation and show you where and what I did, the whole trip, show you the truck. I got some good pictures of it, a couple little videos. We'll do that. I'll put that together. That was neat. It was sad that the truck didn't make it. I don't think that truck was broken down, but it took me hours of contemplating on what it was. But I can tell you this, as I was driving it across, I would get so tired I had to pull over to sleep, and you could not get comfortable in it to sleep. And when you did get any sleep, you only slept for a half an hour, and then you're woke up by, I don't know, a big rig driving by something, and then you're up and you can't go back to sleep, so you got back on the road. You could only drive that truck 60 miles an hour, and it was wild. I'm driving this car, I can see the hours click down and minutes click away just like that. While I was driving that truck, you would drive an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes for every hour on the map to finally click away, because it's expecting you to be doing 75, and I was doing 60, and I was losing that 15 miles per each hour, and sometimes even more than that, because once I'd go up a hill, 50 miles an hour. I didn't want to stress out this truck, but it was an experience, and you can complain about it, or you can go, look what I got to do. And that's what I got to do. Look what I got to do. I got to drive, I got to drive this thing. Look at that. And I met a lot of people, and a lot of people came out and took pictures. I took pictures of people with the truck, and I would get pictures of them too. They'd ask, hey, can I take a picture of your truck? And I'm like, sure, go ahead. But here, let me take a picture of you with the truck. And I'd show them a great pose, and they would stand up next to it, and I'd get that truck really focused in and a really nice picture. So if they wanted to print it out and do something with it, they could. Because that truck's going to be famous one day. I know Nico. Nico is the guy who owns that truck, bought it. And I know it's going to be a famous vehicle because he's going to use it to promote his restaurants. And I just know someday they're going to have that truck somewhere, and somebody's going to come by and go, I met the guy delivering this out to Las Vegas, and he took a picture of it with me. Because a lot of people go to Vegas, and now they'll see it there. That's where it'll be. Oh, well, that was that. Hello, everybody. Let me show everybody there's some new people here, so I'm going to grab the phone. I can only do this one-handed, so here. I'm driving across New Mexico now. Look at, cows! You see the cows? Look at the cows. It's just such beautiful country out here. The weather is fantastic. The temperature is 76 outside. I have the temperature set to 72 in here. I have the AC going. It's good. It's good. Oh, there. You can barely see the railroad tracks over here, but there they are. And every now you'll pass these trains. These trains are massively long that go over here. And they have all those containers on there. You can see the red and green light up there for the train tracks. Look at that radio tower there. Oh, and then there's a little rest area, stop area for the trucks to park and get some sleep. This is a really neat road out here. Uh, Not like driving, I guess, down, not unlike driving down probably Route 66 was back in the day. Oh, Logan is 16 miles and Tucumcari, New Mexico, said it was like 40 miles. So, sorry about that. I didn't mean to drop you. But that's really neat. I'm going to be going through Tucumcari, Albuquerque, New Mexico. What else am I going through? Arizona. I'm going to be going through, what is it? It's not, I know I keep trying to say Tulsa, but that's Oklahoma. Arizona is something, starts with a T. In Arizona before you get into Phoenix. Then you go through Phoenix. Then we're going to pass the Colorado River just north of what is that lake there? Everybody, I used to go there a lot back in my 20s and 30s. God, what was the name of that lake? It's the one where the London Bridge is. Oh man, I can't. Somebody type it in there. Well, I can't read, but I can look at it to remind me. What was that lake? Havasu. Lake Havasu. That was a fun lake. Oh, the stories I could tell you about that, you wouldn't believe. But at the time I was working for Vinnie Bergman. You can look him up online, Google him. Vinnie Bergman was this customizer and he built coaches. Stretch limousines. He likes stretching Hummers, unique vehicles. And I drove a Hummer limousine and I pulled a 32-foot Warlock offshore boat, just small enough that you could go down the channel and we could park it at the Lake Havasu Hotel, which had docks. And we would get docks there so often that they'd always give me docks, but I would know when we were going out there, and I would always make sure to call 2 weeks before we were going out. We would even get docks there on 4th of July when they said, no, there's not going to be any docks available. Oh, wait. Oh, no, okay, you're Mr. Bergman, right? Yeah, no, we'll get you in there because, you're a regular customer, but we don't do this for anybody. Just know that way. Thank you. That was nuts. It was where I learned to dock or to launch a 35 or what was 35 foot overall length, but a 34 or 32 foot Warlock by myself with a Hummer limousine. I would take it over to the boat ramp. I would back the boat in and I would put the rear tire of the Hummer into the water just so that it barely got up to the rim. It didn't hit the rim, but it was covering the black rubber. And if I did that, the boat was still on the trailer, but it was just on it enough that when you put it in reverse, it could push enough water under the boat to get it off the trailer. So I didn't have to worry about the boat floating away. I'd still have the hook on. I'd put the truck in park. I'd then get out. I would climb on the tire, not even get my foot wet. I'd climb on the tire of the Hummer, of the rear Hummer. I'd then step onto the back bumper of the Hummer. Grabbing the top of the back of the Hummer, I would shimmy my way over to the center of the bumper. Then I would walk down the tongue of the trailer, unhook the boat, go get in the boat, fire it up, back it off, go tie it up on the dock, walk back up the dock, get back in the Hummer, go park it in the lot. And I'd do that at like 6 in the morning. Because the boss would want me on the water at the docks at the hotel, at 8 a.m. He'd never show up at 8 a.m. But if I wasn't there by 8 a.m., oh, I'd get let's just say a nice chewing. He had to let me know. He wants what he wants, even if he's not going to be there. You got to be there when he says. Somebody's going to be watching, and if you're not there, be prepared to get chewed out. But it was fun. It was so much fun. I wouldn't trade that stuff for my life. And then I wasn't even allowed to stay. He had a beautiful house in Lake Havasu that he stayed at. But I didn't stay there. He had a trailer on the California side, and that's where I would have to stay. And after I launched the boat and got it back over to the pier, I'd have to then make my way back to the ramp, get the Hummer, drag it back over to his house, where I'd hook up this little like a sea-doo boat that he had. It was some kind of a weird cyclone, but it was a really neat little sea-doo boat. Hook it up to the Hummer, drop his trailer off beside his house, go back to the boat ramp, launch it, park the Hummer, and then I'd get in this little sea-doo boat and go across the lake to where his trailer was in this mobile home park on the California side. But fun. I then have this little sea-doo boat that I could have a blast with. And then all I'd have to do, he'd call me, he says, this is where we're going to be, come. And da-da-da-da. One time he flung a belt on the Warlock. He had two motors in it, but for some reason, the motor that had the power steering pump for the steering, it would fling belts, and then he couldn't steer. And then I would have to go with my little boat, hook up to it, and drag it somewhere where I could wrench on it. And then I would usually back to the ramp, because I had all the tools in the Hummer. You couldn't keep them in that little sea-doo boat. You'd bounce, hit a wave, you'd bounce those tools out. You'd scatter them, and then they would go flinging out of the boat. It would just be a bad thing. That thing bounced like crazy. But it was still a fun little boat. Oh, I had girlfriends at the time that I would get to take with me and go out there. Oh, there were just so many cool places to go. Oh, there was a little cove on the California side that everybody liked to climb up on the rocks and jump off. Probably about 30 feet down into the water. It was fun. And people didn't realize that. I think it was called Copper Canyon. Copper Canyon. And you could go back really far, but you couldn't go back in a big boat. But that little sea-doo boat, you could go back really far. I remember when I took one of my girlfriends I had at the time, we went way back in there, and we were just having the time of our lives. We were just checking out the beautiful sky. Everything was going on, and somebody came in. It was late. I mean, it had to be midnight, so it's dark. And somebody came in the canyon. They're like, "Look, we're the only ones here," and we're just giggling because we're back there. And after they were there for a while, I just decided to go, and I did it, but I did it really, really scary. And I did it really loud. I made it come to it, and I echoed it off the wall. And they're like, "Oh, let's get out of here!" It's so funny. Oh, if if we had phones back then that you could record, that would have been a great video. It would have went viral. Well, no one knew what that was. We had internet back then. Oh, we just didn't know what we had. God, wouldn't it be neat to go back into time with the God, I like to go back to, 2007 or 2008, buy some Bitcoin. What, they're $100,000 each? And I can get it for 10 cents? Okay. It's just like, Here's $1. Give me 10. That's $1 million for $1 of Bitcoin. Oh, the guy who started Bitcoin, or some guy who was really new, or who was really trying to push the idea of Bitcoin. He traded some insane amount of Bitcoin for a pizza. I mean, like 10,000 Bitcoins for a pizza. I can't even. Hang on. I want to make sure I'm saying this right. When Bitcoin first began, a guy bought a pizza. How many Bitcoin did he use to purchase that pizza? This is going to be the story. It's going to tell us. Yeah, it was 10,000. It was 10,000 Bitcoin. And he did that May 22nd, 2010. It is considered the first real world purchase using Bitcoin. So, what do we do now? We ask. Oh, come on. Okay, hang on. I gotta close that because that was funny. That was funny. Okay. How much is 10,000 Bitcoins worth right now? Oh my God, it's $1 trillion. 1,168,471,000,000. Oh no, okay, I had it wrong. It's just a billion. Oh, I didn't see that it was a double. Okay, so it's 1,168,471,136.05. Okay, so it wasn't trillions, it was a billion. But still, a guy in 2010, 15 years ago, traded 10,000 Bitcoin for a pizza. Tell me, we need to invent time travel right now, and you got to get that the machine to me. I'll be the first one to go back, and everybody who helps me, I'll take. How much would it be for 10,000 Bitcoins at 10 cents a piece? At 10 cents a piece, they were 10 cents a piece at one time. Make sure I look it up and find out when it was 10 cents a piece. That's when I go to, and that's when I buy all the Bitcoin. What would that be? Come on, it's $1.10. So $100 would be 10. Would be 1,000, right? That would be 1,000. $100, or is $100 10,000? No. I can't think. My brain is too. I'm just too jazzed right now about thinking this stuff. 17 miles to my turn. Oh, we got to slow down. I just saw the speed limit drop down to 35. We must be entering a town right now. So you go slow in towns. Yeah. Nice little town here. You guys want to see? I'm coming into a little town. We called this town out a couple minutes ago. Logan. We're in Logan, New Mexico. And we are doing the speed limit as we come into town. What's funny is that truck will keep my speed because this car has the active cruise control and it'll follow the truck. And I will go as slow as the truck. Look at this little town. And I need. Oh, I know what that place sells. Garages, just sell the garages there. There must be a lake close by. A guy's storing boats there for people. Wow. All right. There's an all Also, Leo gas station. Huh. There's a Subway in town. They are open. Look at that. Auto parts, Family Dollar, propane. Yeah, I wonder if what was that guy from King of the Hill works here? Oh, look at that! Look at this vista. Oh, can you see that? Wow, is that gorgeous? Wow. And this is what I get to see. Wow. Can you? Wow. I hope you can see that. Oh, look at this bridge we're going to go across. Oh, I'm going to have the phone over here so that you can see. Oh, it doesn't really show anything that way. Here, let's look this way. What is that? Is that incredible? Right. Wow. That was gorgeous. I'm trying to get you set back up. Sorry about that. Let's just turn on the light so I'm not completely gone. Wow, speed limit is only 55. We don't want to go too fast here. That was incredible. And who gets to see that? I mean, most people, they're going across one of the interstates. I'm going down through state routes, through all these different areas, and it was gorgeous. Only turn. Oh, look at that. You don't want to be in that lane. I saw that as a passing lane. It is not. Wow. There's lightning off to the side here. I wish you guys could have saw that. And the speed limit's back up to normal. The road kind of got really rough. I guess you could even tell. You can probably hear it in the audio. But wow, that was neat. So, by the way, thank you for all the thumbs up. I really appreciate it. The chatting, I hope you guys are chatting among yourself and saying nice things, but I can't really read it. But I will go back and read them later. So, chat it up in the comment section and say hi. I'll say hi back. I can probably click on you and send you a message over YouTube if you have your little channel there. Wow, the lightning over here is just gorgeous. This is just a neat drive. And I'm 14 hours even. Not 14 hours and 1 minute, not 14 or 13 hours and 59. 14 hours even from home. What a place to be. What a place to be. Wow. I'm going to drive right through the night, too. I'm going straight home. My mom's birthday is on Sunday. I want to see that. That's going to be important to see. This is my adopted mom, my adopted family. They are so cool. And there's going to be 30 vehicles. And I got to figure out where to park them all. I already know. My brother has a beautiful estate of 4.5 acres. He has his own private lanes and roads and everything. And I know how to park some things. But one of the things I am going to do, I'm going to take my truck and park it so far out of the way on the property that it doesn't, I get my spot extra for a guest to park at. I might as well even take my brother's 2 cars, and I can put them down there too if he doesn't mind. That'll give us 2 extra spots. Wow, this is really going to be, it's going to be such a fun day. Such a fun day. All right, well, I am now 11 miles from my next. It says I'm going to be in a small town. Little rusted out car. I'm sorry you guys didn't get to see it, but it's cool. I'm just going to hit me with the brights. Okay. Just kind of a jerk. Guy driving at me with brights on. I don't know. Whoa. I'm going to go ahead and show you this. You can see. Look at the lightning. You see that? And look at the rain coming down up ahead of us. So I got all these bugs on my windshield, driving across, the United States during the summer. Obviously, you're going to hit bugs. Wow, did you see that one spike off there to the left? Gorgeous. And look at that rain. You can see where the cloud is, and all the darkness you see below it through the sunlight, because the sun's on the, that we're headed west. That's rain, and that is gorgeous lightning. Wow, I know the truck probably ruined the view, but wow, look at that. It is right now 9 o'clock. Oh, you know what? That clock was from Kansas time, so it's 9 o'clock in Kansas. It's 8 o'clock here in New Mexico. So it's 8 o'clock now. And I am driving into a beautiful view. And yeah, I'm going to be in that rain. We'll have to slow down a bit, but still, we'll do good. We'll keep out of trouble. There we go. 13 hours, 57 minutes. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you for all the comments. I will read them. If I can, I will shout back out at you. But for right now, I'm going to go ahead and get going because I have to get ready. I'm going to be getting off of this road up here in 8.3 miles. 8.3 miles. Have a great one. Hope you guys subscribed.